top of the morning, and it is a beaut.
And the hope of the Irish as the future champion of the world.
The podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio.
Welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. The place where dreams get dusted off and acted on. Because life is too short. We're living on a rock that's flying through space, and hey, what the hell else were you going to do with yourself here?
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now I want to start this podcast episode with a quote. It's easier to boo and cheer on a sports athlete than it is to become one. Now that was by Steven Seabold. And when I read that quote, I was just kind of thinking about it. You know, how many of us, spend our life not doing anything with our life, but actually paying more attention to what other people are doing with their life. You have people today who are on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, wherever. They're on that platform and they're just constantly scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because they want to know what are their neighbours doing with their life. What are their friends doing with their life? They are wondering what are random people all over the world doing with their life? What happened to them today? Did they fall over? Did they get a video of some funny moment with a cat or a dog? What are other people doing? And again, it's not even social media. You have all these sports arenas at the weekends where thousands of people go to see a sports team playing. And again, it's people who are paying to spectate and watch other people. Other people who have reached a certain level, be it with football, tennis or whatever. But they're just spectators watching someone else perform their life. And again, a lot of us sometimes go to the cinema as well too. Sometimes we go and see maybe real life movies or documentaries. But the majority of stuff we probably go to are probably fiction stories. We go to the cinema because we want to watch someone, probably a fictitious character, how they get through all those awful moments in their life. But deep down, by the end of the movie, there is probably a good chance when everything is going to work out okay. They're going to get the girl, they're going to get the money, they're going to get the success, they're finally going to get that break. And we'll sit there watching this other fictitious person, what's going to happen in their life. It's weird, isn't it, when you think about it? How much time we waste in our life paying attention to other people's lives rather than focusing on our own. Now, a lot of people, unfortunately, are too lacking in courage, or maybe had a bad upbringing or whatever. But a lot of people, unfortunately, don't believe that they can do much with their life. That they are just where they are right now. They are just me. When they look at themselves in the mirror, they just see themselves. They don't see themselves as maybe a writer, a podcaster, sports star, singer or whatever. They just see themselves as them. And because they don't see anything great in them, they think, well, if I'm going to get any great value out of this life, if I am going to, make my life worth something, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie myself to the sports team. Now, when the sports team does well, then I'll be up. I'll be excited. I'll be happy. I have made a great achievement. When really all you did was stand at the start of the side of a sideline and just scream your lungs out for a team. You didn't take any action in that game at all. You didn't kick a ball, you didn't hit a ball, you didn't throw a ball, you didn't do anything. You just stood there and you cheered on that team. But unfortunately, a lot of people tie themselves to sports teams like that. And that is all they have in their life, is just watching how other people perform at the best in their life, instead of maybe just taking their eyes off what other people are doing and turn their eyes back on themselves. Cheer on themselves, cheer on themselves and say, something, you can do more than what you are doing right now. There's more in you. Where maybe you should be creating a box set of your life stories, of all the amazing things that you are doing, instead of going over to Netflix today and watching some fictitious, box set or whatever over there, just wasting your time on nonsense. Like, it's amazing when you think about it. Some people will go to the pearly gates, if you believe in them, but some people will go to the pearly gates and what they'll just have to record about their life is how much attention and how much time they spend paying attention to other people's lives and not on their own achievement. So give that some thought today. You know, whatever you're doing right now, if you had to work out a percentage of how much time you're focusing on your life and how much time you're focusing on other people's lives, what would that ratio be? Would it be 50-50? Would it be 80 people to other people, 20 to you? 95 to other people, 5 to you? Or are we talking maybe 60% in your favour and 40% in others? So if you find maybe that when you do, you know, have a look at that and realise that you're paying more attention to other people, you know, do you really think your life is going to change? You know, do you really think that cheering on someone else on the sideline of a pitch is going to make any difference in your life? Now, it might bring you some happiness if the team does well. But I mean, really for you, you know, that when you can wake up in the morning and you can be proud of yourself, you can feel accomplished, you know, all those things those other people do, you know, you can tie yourself so closely to it. But if you're not part of the team, if you're not part of the coaching staff, well, it's not really much there. It's just superficial. You know, it'll fade after a couple of days unless you are maybe part of that group. So give that some thought today. You know, as I said, life at the moment seems to be the greatest spectator sport, but it's because we're paying attention to everyone else's lives and not paying attention to our own. Give that some thought today. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Before you go, Barry would like to give you a free copy of Words to Wealth. In it, he's going to show you 10 ways to make money from writing. Head on over to writecome.com now for your copy. Have a great day and come back soon.